Hello friends, this is Professor Rahul Bhavne and today's video is on heat transfer where we will see the different mode of heat transfer. This is a very basic topic of heat transfer. So let us start. So application area of heat transfer. So heat transfer is basically a science which deals with the determination of a uh, rate of transfer of heat energy and the applications. I think there is not any such kind of device or gadget which is we use nowadays and it does not having any kind of heat transfer to the surrounding or from the surrounding. That's mean each and every gadget dissipate heats. So applications are just like refrigeration, where heat transfer from food content to refrigerant, then refrigerant to condenser unit, from condenser to surrounding atmospheric air conditioner, another device, IC engine, very well known. So liquid cool or water cooled engine which remove out heat from engine and then it dissipate to atmospheric air with the help of radiator. Air cooled engine, that is two-wheeler engines. Then even though fan, we are saying that fan is blowing the air, but no doubt its motor get heated when it is working. Lamp, after some time if you try to hold the lamp, then you will feel it is hot. That's when it is releasing heat. Any electric motor, even though automobiles, then any kind of condenser unit or evaporator unit or heat exchangers, then boiler, even though televisions, desktop computers, our mobile phone, solar water heater. Even though the application of heat transfer is in a space crafts design and manufacturing, we have to consider the heat transfer phenomena when it is passing through the atmospheric layer and when it is passed above the atmospheric air, even though when the any space shuttle enter into any other planet orbit, then also we have to consider it. So all wherever electronic or electrical gadgets or such a thing which consume energy obviously dissipate heat. So it is a huge area of application for heat transfer. Now in this picture we are observing that the coals are burned and one rod is heated, a very regular forging process. Now in this picture there are different mode of heat transfer. First, conduction, that is the red hot end of a rod transferring heat from red hot end to second end, so that we hold such kind of object with the help of tongues, not by bare hands. Then second, convection. So whatever be the flames, hot gases evolved by burning of this coal, transferring heat with the help of convection. And then radiation. Suppose we are standing beside this kind of furnace, then we feel a hot atmospheric surrounding this furnace. and that is not because of direct contact or by convection, that is because of radiation. So these three main modes of heat transfer, and now we will see one by one in details. So conduction, heat transfer. What is the conduction? The conduction is the transfer of heat from one part of a substance to another part of the same substance. That's mean just like a rod heating in the furnace. So one end is red hot, so heat will transfer from a red hot end to second end, then or from one substance to another in physical contact with it. So suppose one hot object is placed in a contact with a second uh, cold object. So obvious due to actual physical contact, heat will transfer from hot object to cold object, and after some time we will observe that cold object get preheated. So our definition, conduction is the transfer of heat from one part of a substance to another part of the same substance, or from one substance to another in physical contact with it without appreciable displacement of molecule forming the substance. That means whatever be the molecules of that substance, it is not shifting from one place to second place. It is remains same shape, geometry. It is just transferring heat from one end to second end. And obvious, it is from hot end to cold end. Now there is two kind of phenomena to transfer heat in a solid, that is by transport of free electron. So whatever be the outer orbit having free electrons, and when suppose that object get heated, so that free electron in outer object get energized and they left that orbit and transport to cold end, and during its transportation they carry energy. So heat is transferred because of that free electron. And second is by vibration lattice. So there are two phenomena of heat transfer in conduction, especially in solid. So by lattice vibration, in lattice vibration, suppose this is one element made up of number of molecules and one end is heated. So the molecule at the hot end get energized and start to vibrate. And due to its vibration, it collides nearby molecules, and in collision, it transfers its energy to second layer, second to third, third to fourth. In this way, all that lattice get vibrate due to energy, and energy get transferred from layer by layer from hot end to cold end. So this is called heat transfer by lattice vibration. Now in transport of free electrons and lattice vibration, so maximum heat transfer is possible because of transport of free electron rather than lattice vibration. But as we are going on hitting the element, lattice vibration becomes so intense that it provide abstraction to transport the free electron. So after heating of element, heat transfer by free electron get reduces, and then majority of heat transfer is only due to the lattice vibration. Now the convection heat transfer, uh, as we see this picture, that wooden blocks are burned and that hot flame gases are move upward and touching the bottom of that pot. So here there is no direct contact metal to metal. It is heat transfer from that hot flames to the pot surface. So the medium is actually moving from one place to another. So that kind of phenomena is considered under convection, where medium is transfer. Now, in this picture, suppose we are considering that heat is transferred from hot flame to bottom surface of pan, then bottom surface of pan get heated, then it will transfer heat layer by layer, molecule by molecule to inner surface of pan. So that will be a conduction part. And then from inner surface of pan to liquid inside the pan, that will be again convection, because whatever be the contact surface of liquid with this hot pan bottom get heated. As it get heated, density decreases, then lower density fluid travel upward and higher density fluid replace it, then again it get heated. So convection current is set up and continuously such kind of motion is there. So this is heat transfer by convection. So convection whenever there is a fluid motion. So as per definition, the process of heat transfer from hot solid surface to cold surrounding fluid may be gas or liquid, or from hot fluid to cold solid surface. When fluid is in motion, then the heat transfer said to be by convection. That means in convection, we must require one fluid, maybe a gas or liquid, or one solid. So solid hot surface to fluid, or hot fluid to solid surface. Such kind of heat transfer is considered as a convection. Now, if there is no fluid motion, then it is called a pure conduction heat transfer from solid to fluid, or vice versa. So imagine, suppose in the starting of heating of that liquid in a pan, and heat is transferred from a bottom layer to second layer, third layer, fourth layer in a liquid, but there is no actual movement of molecule of liquid, then it is called as a pure conduction. So many times there is a confusion that conduction is only related to solid. Not the case. Sometimes it is related to liquid also. When there is no appreciable motion of liquid, then it is considered as pure conduction. Now convection consider in two types: free or natural convection. Suppose we have a hot tea, and we are keep it as to decreases temperature for a while. So after some time we will observe that tea temperature will reduce, but this reduction is not because of any kind of air motion. It is just because of natural phenomena. Whatever be the surrounding air come in a contact with hot fluid, get heated, then density difference cause it to flow upward, then cold air again come into the contact of hot fluid, again density decreases, move upward. So this is a natural phenomena. So such kind of heat transfer is known as free or natural convection. And second is force convection, where we apply air motion by any kind of external means. That means we blow air with the help of fan, blowers, or any other external means to cool down the hot fluids or hot surfaces. Then such kind of convection heat transfer is considered in a force convection. So if convection heat transfer due to the natural phenomena of density difference, then it is free or natural convection. If fluid motion is created due to external means, then it is called as force convection. Now the next is radiation heat transfer. So many times we observe that in a winter season, whatever with the fire, campfire and such things. So we observe that we are not standing exactly near to it to get convective heat transfer, but we are maintaining some distance. But even though after maintaining some distance, horizontally heat is transferred to our body and we feel something hot. So that heat transfer is not because of direct contact, so conduction is not a case. It is not because of flame or hot gases coming to contact our body, so it is not a case of convection. Then this mode of heat transfer is known as a radiation, where we feel hotness of flame without any kind of contact or without any direct travel of fluid or gases. So radiation heat transfer does not require the presence of any intervening medium, just like a solid, liquid, or gaseous. So whatever be the heat travel from sun to earth, it is having radiation, because from sun to earth atmosphere there is no medium. Even though heat is transferred, that is because of radiation. When it is enter into the earth surrounding, then there is a atmospheric layer and other clouds, then impurity and uh, many gases. So that radiated heat may sometime reflected back, sometime absorb, sometime transfer directly to atmospheric back by radiation. So such kind of phenomena is there, that is due to the radiation. All the bodies at a temperature more than absolute zero radiate heats. So we are thinking that 0 degree centigrades, that means so cooled and it is not radiating any kind of heat. So it is not a case. So whatever be the body's absolute zero, about absolute zero, then it is definitely going to radiate heat. Radiation is the heat transfer mode in the form of electromagnetic waves or photons as a result of change in electronic configuration of the atom or molecules. Now the question is, what is the absolute zero? So as we can see that when it is 0 degree centigrade, that means it is equivalent to 273.15 Kelvin. So 0 degree centigrade means not absolute zero. 0 degree centigrade means 273.15 Kelvin. Suppose we are going on minus side of degree centigrade. When we reach to 0 Kelvin, that means in degree centigrade minus 273.15 degree centigrade. This is the absolute zero. So above this value, any material will emit radiation. So thank you friends, thank you for watching. In next video we will see more details of heat transfer and its law. Thank you.